Thank you for my hearts. Hi. Okay. Oh, let me turn the screen around. I know y'all like this motherfucker right here. Okay. Uh. Hi. Oh my God, I'm so glad to see you guys. I missed you so much. How are you? There is not, can you guys hear me? I am not, I know you guys are used to seeing my scene, my beautiful view, but tonight I'm under the weather. But I realize that Oprah continues the show and so many people continue the show when they're not feeling well. So who the hell am I not to get on Periscope and do my show? I mean, America is watching, right? Welcome you guys to my show, The Conservative Whore. I am Noella Faye, aka The Conservative Whore, of course. If you are new to my broadcast, then you know, or you might not know, what whore stands for. Whore stands for working hard on riches and egos, because that's what I do, that's what I help people do in a numerous ways. I understand that sometimes we have to act like money to get money, we have to feel like money to attract money, and more than anything, we have to have our, have to keep it moving. We have our reputations, and it's about our egos. Sometimes we need other people to assure us. A lot of times, half of my day is spent reassuring people that they have what it takes to make it. I am a motivational speaker, but I am not on a very big level yet. So I do a lot of personal, one-on-one interface with people, just, encouraging them, because that's what I want to do. And, that's what I want people to do with me. I know you guys are ready to get right into tonight's show because it is very, very explicit. So do me a favor. Now is the time to share my podcast, because I swear you are not going to want to miss anything that I'm saying tonight. Can you guys hear me pretty well? I can't really shout and scream as I usually do, but I will make faces. Yes. I also have a surprise guest. Oh, you do know Ella? I do, and he's so cute. Oh my God, I just can't wait. Anyway, so if any of you follow me on Facebook, you guys know that I am forever getting cursed out. I am forever losing followers and just a whole bunch of other madness, which I don't mind. But this week I had a really interesting conversation, and it was about R. Kelly. The young lady put up a post, and I don't know if she's watching. If you are, hello Dina. No love lost. We are all people that have our own thoughts. So shouts out to Dina for tonight's cast, because if it wasn't for her putting up that post and me having such a great discussion, I would have never thought to air it and bring it to you guys. Well, the Shade Room and a couple of other people, it went viral. A young guy made the comment about R. Kelly, basically saying that we should not condemn him because we have to think about the fast little girls. Y'all heard that? Now, my take was very simple, but maybe not. I sometimes am not as long-winded, so I don't convey exactly what I mean all the time. And basically, my response with him was, I agree in the R. Kelly situation, because we are in a day and age where little girls, they're not little girls anymore. When I was a little girl, I was a little girl. I did not wear red lipstick, and I still don't wear red lipstick. I have a very hard time. My PR, my staff, the people behind me, they're like, no, Ella, you have to get your image together, bitch, and it might require red lipstick. And I'm like, oh, I can't wear red lipstick. It's for sluts. But I'm just saying, the kids aren't raised like that. At 16, well, I was wearing nails at 16, but I was not getting my nails done, acrylic nails, at 13, okay, or at 12. So, oh, thank you. So I don't know what's going on in today's society. But my topic, sex, young girls, the older men, and the parents that allow it. Now, let me make this statement before we really get into it. I do not ever mean to disrespect anybody, but if the shoe darn fits, you already know you got to put it on, okay? We already know what OJ said. If the glove don't fit, you got to quit. Okay, so don't take this out of context. I'm not talking to anybody personally, but what I realize is sometimes the topics that I bring up it hits home to a lot of people. So that makes it personal, right? Fine. It is a very sensitive subject. So I don't mean to discriminate. I don't mean to be biased against any creed, race, religion, or anything like that. And I do not purposely mean to offend you unless I ask you and let you know that I'm purposely offending you. Other than that, no, I don't mean to be offensive. But what I have found out, like I said, is some of my topics are offensive, and more likely they're offensive because people do not want to rear the ugly truth. R. Kelly, his situation. First of all, we have to look at the history of America. I don't know how many of you know that this world was built on older men and younger women. Plain and simple. More so, if anything, because back in those days, the life expectancy was not very long. So a lot of times, older men sought younger women. Let's think about The Color Purple. Either because they're widow, that's top and bottom line, either because they're widow, you know, their wife died early from meningitis. What else was going on? Polio, scar fever. Lord, they had so much shit going on back then. So the ideal thing was to get a younger woman to take care of the kids, to do whatever, to take care of those duties, to bear children, because a lot of women, they could not have children, or I don't know, they was miscarrying back then. So you know, and that went along too with, you need to be thick. Didn't nobody want no skinny girl, and ain't nobody want no old ass woman. So therefore, hey Q, hey boo. So therefore, younger women weren't looked at as age-wise young. Okay, they were looked at more for their vitality, and you know, their hips, their bearing, and all of that stuff. You know, even if we think about slaves, and nobody wants to think about that, the younger slaves were always welcome more than the older slaves, okay? I mean, it's just about youth. But when we think about men and we think about older men, we never really want to think about, okay, what I'm trying to say is basically, nobody wakes up 25. You know what I'm saying? Nobody is born 30. So you have to think that there are men, there's big age differences in dating. If I have to look at, which everybody loves, Beyonce and Jay-Z, they are 13 years apart. Now, Beyonce is only what, 30? So you do the math. And who allowed that? I don't care if she's an entertainer or not, okay? When she was dealing with Jay-Z, she was very, very young. So who allowed that? The Olsen twins, do you guys remember them? Full House, whatever. Both of them are in relationships, and they're like 17 to 21 years apart. So what do you say about that? We want to crucify R. Kelly, but I make this valid point. R. Kelly, number one, could not have gotten to this little girl just like that. He's R. Kelly. There are grown women that can't get to see R. Kelly. How the hell did this little girl get in his presence? Now, we remember the case. We remember the key adult was the aunt. Do you guys remember that? The aunt came out, of course. Somebody spilled the beans. I think it was something more of, there was some money involved. Y'all know I ain't drinking tea. There was some money involved, and basically the money stopped, so the aunt wanted to pursue R. Kelly in court for dealing with her niece. It wasn't even her daughter. She had guardianship over her niece. And I believe this was Sparkle's friend, or Sparkle. You guys remember Sparkle? Be careful what you say to me, 'cause it might turn around on you. That girl. Well, Sparkle introduced the friend or whoever she was and said, look, girl, you know I'm dealing with R. Kelly. And I don't know that it just went this way, but come on, use y'all darn imaginations. God, I'm drinking some lean. Nah, I'm just drinking some 7-Up, some cherry 7-Up. I just wanted to look good. Yeah, it's in a Christmas cup and all. Happy holidays, y'all. But, okay, so Sparkle said, girl, you know R. Kelly is managing me now and all that stuff. So, and you know he like young girls, but you know he was looking at Sharita, honey, and he said he liked the way Sharita looked. And the aunt said, girl, not R. Kelly. Well, shit, what you think I can get out of it? And that's how that went. Now, if we remember that tape, let's forget, okay? let's forget the little girl's age because I watched the darn video. Did y'all see the video or when it came out? Let me tell you something about that little bit. She was doing some shit I wasn't doing when that video came out, okay? First of all, I ain't even never heard of a goddamn golden shower until this little girl let R. Kelly piss on her. What's a golden shower? Pee? Piss? She done let somebody piss on her? I won't into that stuff. Okay, the way she was sucking that thing, girl, I won't even move in my mouth like that. So, number one, it showed that even though her body was not developed, she was experienced. And I used to be one of those people. Oh, you can tell because a girl is underdeveloped, this, that, and the third. I've changed my mind. That's right, the conservative whore has had a change of heart. Because I done seen grown-ass women, all of 55 years old, damn near 80, in the grave, and they look like little boys. You know who I'm talking about. Them bitches, they be just as flat, look at that, just as flat as shit. Ain't no titties, ain't no nothing, but they're women. So I had to change my thought process from, oh, you can tell, because you really can't tell. On top of, we have young ladies that are very, very developed now. I don't know what the hell is in the milk. I don't know what's going on. There wasn't that many kids my age back then that were developed. However, I was one of those developed kids. Now, when dealing with R. Kelly, I think he had an interview last week and he wound up walking off of the interview because he was questioned about this. And I understand it. I mean, it's old. Why do you want to bring it up? It's already been finished. On top of it, it almost ruined his career. And now that I'm older and I look back on the situation, you know why it didn't ruin his career? Because there are a lot of women and men that like to deal with younger men and women. I mean, we were built on this right here. How many girls do you know have sugar daddies? I mean, I'm talking about, we look at Celine Dion. You guys remember her? How much older was her husband? Damn near 30, 40 years. You understand what I'm saying? So we have to look at these things. We can't say R. Kelly, he's wrong, because there was an adult in that situation. There was an adult that condoned that. There are a lot of parents that condone their kids, their little girls, messing with older men. And that's just what the hell it is, y'all. It's 2016 in a couple of days, and these are things that we can't dwell on it, especially if we... Now look at this mess. You need a sugar daddy that don't want no... You know what? My followers are crazy. That ain't gonna happen, okay? I mean, even a sugar daddy, you got to pull out a nipple or something. He wants some sugar, okay, honey? He gonna want something. He gonna want to suck on a nipple or something. Now, I done dealt with some sugar daddies. Now, and it is utterly disgusting, honey. Them little old wrinkled up things. I mean, listen. Girl, I pulled out my titty and closed my eyes. I was like... He was like this. Just like a baby. Girl, I almost died. I can't do it. I tried it, but it's not for me. But that's not saying a lot of girls won't do it. You always hear me talk about, if you're a regular follower, you will always hear me say how, or the big thing is hoes is winning. Well, they aren't, but they are, and more so hoes are winning is because a hoe will get up and put on a face, start putting on her face at 5 o'clock because she got to go to that goddamn money. She don't know where the money is coming from, but she know her ass is clean. She probably used Lamisol. Y'all know I'm an avid supporter of Lamisol, which is some coochie cleaner. Clean your asses, okay, before you want anything. She gets up in the morning and I got a sugar daddy that lives underneath and he wants my sugar. Y'all just don't want me to do the show right. Y'all want to see me laugh. I know. I don't know. It's kind of tricky when you're dealing with people that live close to you because they get very annoying. Sugar daddies are fucking annoying, okay? Especially if they're really old. Them mother suckers are annoying. But what I'm saying is, okay, the hoe is winning because she'll get up in the morning and she'll start putting on her face at 5. She's getting up and she's going to the money. She's putting on them red bottoms. She is going out. She is looking fine. This motherfucker ain't had a job since the jobs was created. But she knows that she has something that some man wants. So that's why she's only winning in that aspect. Do you understand what I'm saying? So we have to be very careful. So when we think about these older men with these younger women, it's the same thing. These younger women know that they might be driving in a Ferrari. They know that these older men are settled. They know that they are stable, and they know that they have a steady income coming in, whether it's a Social Security check, a veterans check, a pension check, or something. They know there is money involved and that they're going to be taken care of. And let me give you a little secret and a little twist to that. There's a lot of mothers, whether they're on welfare, whether on drugs, and some of them are completely sane. They let their daughters deal with these men, older men that have money, because they want a piece of the pie too. I know a lot of mothers, okay? I know a lot of mothers that don't mind. You know why? Because that older man can give that mother some money too. It's the world that we live in, and we have to stop pretending that this stuff does not go on. Okay? If you follow me, like I said, and you're a vivid follower, especially on my Facebook, if you're not, follow me. Noella Faye. That's my name on Facebook. I have a lot of names, but you can find me. Noella Faye. And you can see a lot of the stuff that I am talking about right now. So somebody said to me in these comments that I was sexualizing teens because I said we have to be careful because at 12 years old, these young ladies are built like brick houses. Well, they told me, Noella, you're just out of control. You're sexualizing. I said, stop it. I was a brick house at 12. And if any of my friends are watching, give me some hearts because you know I was a brick house. My ass was bigger than my whole body when I was 10, okay? When I was 10 living in DC and I used to walk to the store, there were a group on every corner of men, okay? Every corner there was a man, an older man whistling at me or trying to give me a piece of candy or wanting to talk to me or wanting me to come sit on their lap. So these things happen. We have family members, okay? It might get a little uncomfortable. So now is the chance either you can, turn the periscope off because it might get a little uncomfortable for you if you're not comfortable talking about these things. There's a family member. I'm not going to say every family, but most family, there's a family member that is way disgusting, and you might not know it, but he's looking at the little girls in the family. You understand what I'm saying? They have been around forever, and just because it's a day and age doesn't mean they change. Okay? You have men in our families that they look at our daughters or our cousins. This is where you have rape or molestation going on in the families. Why? Because that little baby looked tempting to that man. Now, also in this post, they wanted to insult me and said that I shouldn't be around kids, and they hope I'm not around kids. And it didn't, I put up the post that I was sad, but in reality, I wasn't sad. I was being a smart ass. I'm never sad about somebody deleting me or anything because it happens. A lot of people don't want to face their own truth. A lot of us have been molested, and we have not dealt with that. A lot of people we know have been raped, and we don't deal with it. So, it is what it is. There is a family member that is disgusting, and he looks, okay? So when I said on this post, they were like, no, Ella, you shouldn't be around kids, whatever. And my thing is, I've worked with kids. One of my most challenging jobs that I had was working with sexual predators, okay? And when I say sexual predators, y'all, I'm talking about babies. My youngest sexual predator that I dealt with was 7 years old. I also had a young lady that was prostituting with her mother, okay? She was 12. She also had done every drug in the book with her mom. Not saying that was right, but that was what they did. And people don't want to admit that we have, we have these people that they have these children and they don't care that they are parents. They don't look to be parents. They don't want to be parents. And it's easier for them to treat their children as their, as their equal versus treating them as children. You have a lot of mothers where they dress their little girls. I can go on Facebook right now and shoot you 10 pictures of 5 and 6 year olds dressed in leotards going like this, with a fake ponytail or a purse like this. Or she has her hair out. Let me tell y'all something. My father's foreign and I was raised very strictly, okay? I did not wear my hair out. I did not. My aunt had to go knock on my door and ask my father, what the hell is wrong with you? And why can't this girl wear her hair out? Ain't nothing wrong with that. And my father, at that time, he didn't have anything to say. But please believe, up until them 13 years, I didn't wear my hair out, okay? I was not allowed to. I actually wore braids until I moved with my mom at the age of 15. So at 15, I was going to school with goddamn dookie braids because my father said, no, I don't want anybody looking at you and I don't want anybody sexualizing you, because that's what they were doing, okay? I had a body. It did not matter my age. Whatever they saw, that's what they saw me. They didn't see anything else. They didn't see an age. And people do not want to admit that. You have little girls that go or get up in the morning and they're wearing one thing, but when they go to school, they change and they look like a totally different girl. You have girls that meet up and they all decide that they're going to say they're at Karen's house because Karen's mom is so goddamn lenient. Karen's mom don't give a damn what's going on, so everybody knows they can meet up. But this goes back to you as being a parent. You need to check where your children go. You need to check the parents, because 9 times out of 10, ain't shit, everything is going on. And sometimes there is a parent that knows. So everybody's going to Karen's house, and Jill done told her mom, oh, we're going to Sue's house. And Sue done, and Sue done told, oh, we're going to Jamie's house. And everybody's at Karen's house, and they're drinking, and they're smoking, and there's boys there, and you don't even know. You don't even know. You don't even know your kid. There are a lot of people that know that their child is promiscuous. Like I was saying, dealing with kids that were very sexually active. I had no idea that a child could be sexually active at 5. But here's a kicker. Children with Down syndrome, okay? And I'm not being offensive, but we have to know this. Children with Down syndrome are sexually stimulated very, very early. Very, very early, probably even earlier than they start to learn. For whatever reason, they are sexually active as children, not sexually active, but they're sexually stimulated very, very early. Now, I know a young lady, she's a very good friend of mine, but she's very honest, she's very real, she's a Virgo, and she let me know that, listen, honey, I started fucking at 12, and I've been trying to get pregnant since I was 13. Let me take a drink. So when I had these people on Facebook telling me that it's untrue, the only thing that I could respond to them is, well, either you're lying to yourself or you're putting away memories, because you can't tell somebody that something is impossible when they've lived it, breathed it, saw it, touched it, or they've been through it. You just can't do that, okay? You cannot do that. These kids, especially today, we are built on sex. In this age, because we weren't built on sex, I believe, in the 60s, because they tried to hide it. Even if we think about the LGBT community right now, a lot of it is highly sexualized. I mean, let's just get to the balls of it, people. Sex is everything right now, okay? Sex is going to get you your job, Sex is going to get you your apartment. Not all the time, but a lot of times. This is why we have so many females that do get ahead, and we have so many females that don't get ahead. You know why? Because we don't want to give up no poo-poo. I'm one of them. I'm not giving you no ass so my business could flourish. But it's just what happens. So, and then you have strippers. A lot of the strippers, what are they doing? They're paying for school. So it's impossible to exclude that. Hi, Arthur Gibbs. We cannot exclude these things that are going on. Okay. And I'm not saying that every man, that I'm not saying it's right. Okay. You don't have to stay, boo. You don't have to. I love you. Thank you for tuning in. I'm glad you came and said hi. Hey, Happy New Year. We cannot deny the fact that what happens, as far as, I'm not saying it's right. Let me start over. I'm not saying that it is right, but I'm saying it is what's happening. And we have to stop saying what's right and wrong in somebody else's household. Because a lot of times, guess what? It's hereditary. It's what the norm is. Let's go back to the color purple. Do y'all remember the color purple? And you remember Celie, she went to the man. But do you remember the man's father? Didn't he have a younger woman as well? These are facts, y'all. Some of our parents have a big age gap. So I may be morally wrong in saying this, but in some instances, age does not matter. In my house, age matters. Yes, if I had a little girl, she'd be a little girl probably until she was 45. especially with the way is world going. The baby be homeschooled. She wouldn't even go out the house. She would go everywhere I would go, and I wouldn't go anywhere that was not good for her. And that's just me with the little girl, because they're so fragile. You understand? And we have to be very careful. We allow our daughters to look at Beyonce and all these other people. Where are the artists that can still sell records while they're fully clothed? But we have all these things going on, and we expect these men to keep their penis in their pockets in their mind, right? We expect the man down the street not to ever look at our daughter when we allow her to wear mini skirts, and we allow them to wear tight fitting clothes, and all of these. In the same profession of dealing with sexual predators, what they do when you're dealing with a certain class, they make you watch videos. And I'll never forget the video of a Caucasian man. And I only say Caucasian because it's very important, because he would not prey on Caucasian girls. He would not prey on Caucasian little girls. He preyed on little black girls as young as 5. And you know why? He said that he preyed on these little girls, our little black girls, our little black princesses. He said because they had bodies. They were born with bodies. He said he could go outside and at any given time, he could see a 5-year-old and she had on some tight-fitting clothes, and he could see the print of her crotch, and it just drove him crazy. A disgusting bastard. But this is the day and age that we have always lived in, okay? We live in a day and age, like I said, where mothers knew what was going on, and they turned a blind eye to their children, whether it be boys or girls. And we also live in a world where we just can't fathom that women are horrible too. We always want to blame the men, but we never want to blame the women. We never want to take responsibility. It's so much easier to blame someone else. Prime example with R. Kelly. That little girl would have been getting pissed on probably till right now if R. Kelly would have kept paying her aunt some money. Period. So who do we blame? We don't blame the little girl, do we? We blame the aunt. But here's the kicker. When do we start blaming the little girls that pretend they're 18 and they're going after these men? When do we start taking responsibility for the little girl that she uses a fake ID, her and her friends? Okay, all right. I can't shut up. I'm doing a show. I mean, when do we take responsibility for that stuff? We never want to. I think sometimes we just want to have something to talk about and complain. Well, as you know, my name is the Conservative Whore. My posts are not for debates, really. We can debate about it, but it's really to make you think. Anything that I put up is going to be to make you think. So it is at the halfway mark. So this is what I want you guys to do. Take this time to share my post or my cast on Twitter. Tell your followers, girl, this shit is getting good. Y'all need to follow her because she's talking some realness. Tell a blogger, share my post. I am the Conservative Whore. Whore stands for working hard on riches and egos. And you can follow me everywhere. If you ever miss a Periscope, because you know they're only for 24 hours, you can go on my YouTube, The Conservative Whore. You can find me on Twitter. Tweet me. I love Twitter. I need to use it more because I'm kind of popular. Hit on older women. Who hits on older women? Younger men? You know what's funny about younger men? They definitely, you see, we be so tied up in the whole female thing. We don't even think about these little boys, gigolos. We don't think about these little boys that, you know what, they want to invite. They want to, thank you, Q. They want to deal with these older women. Cougars. Let me ask y'all something. When the hell do you become a cougar? Anybody know? Like, what is the age? What is the age that you become a cougar? I think it's like in your 80s. I don't even because you know, women 60 years old, 40. Nigga, we almost cougars then. We can't be 40. 37. Oh no, wait a minute. I'm not, wait a minute, hold on. Stop the press. Soldier down. Oh, wait a minute, 37, honey. You can't be no cougar at no 37. You just coming into the way of life. 37. Y'all need to stop y'all shit. Ain't nobody no cougar at no 37. No, not cougar is like old. Do you think 37 is old? Am I 37? Oh, it doesn't matter. When I was 37, I didn't look 37, so it didn't matter. I don't think 37. I think like I'm going to say 60, 70-ish. Kris Jenner is what? How old is Kris Jenner? Because her man is like, did y'all see her man? Like, I know I'm getting off the subject, but I'm just saying, I'm thinking about these older women and these younger men. Think about it. I didn't even research. I've researched a lot of young girls. I didn't research young men and women, but I'm pretty sure there's a lot. You know, the hottest younger woman, I'm 24, and if a guy that's 24 dates a 40-year-old, we are calling her a cougar. Okay, you win if that's what you, I mean, fine. I think 37 is still a little bit young. Reverse roles, older women chasing younger men. So that's what y'all want to talk about? Okay, well, let me get into that right away. Okay, I think it's different. I hate to say it, we always have double standards, but I think it's very different for when younger boys deal with older women. If you want to think about the scenario of, oh, the babysitter, I fucked the babysitter when I was 10. That's why I didn't have no babysitters with my babies, okay? You won't be fucking my son, okay? Even though I did think there was an older woman in my son's life that, you know, he fucked, I was just like, oh, God. I used to call my friends like, girl, she is fucking my son, okay? I know she is, but yeah, I'm crazy, so that's just me. Because you look at the bond and you just kind of realize, and this is what I was saying, a lot of parents don't look at their children. You know what? I study my kids. I study them like they are, I don't know, like they're experiments or something. I need to watch their movements. So when I saw my son and the time that they were spending, I was like, oh, this is something going on. But I'm going to be honest. As a mother, it's not like I convened. Maybe because he was a boy, I was just like, fuck it. If he got some ass, he got some ass. However, my little girl, that wouldn't have been the case. So yes, I do have double standards when it comes to certain things. I just think that boys, they're men, they're beasts, they're to go out there. Now, of course, I don't think that you should be letting your 10-year-old be sexually active knowingly. As far as males, I'm talking about males, y'all, sexually active, because boys are just different when it comes to sex, okay, and how they get going. I just don't want to think about my little girl like that. And that's what a lot of parents should be thinking about, but they don't. You know, like I said, I think fathers, my dad raised me, even though I had a mom in the house, it was more so my dad that was more concerned about what I was doing or who was around me or whatever the case may be. I just don't see that in the parents today, and more so maybe because they are younger. I think that has a lot to do with it. They are younger, so everything is for show. They don't care, okay? I think young boys get pussy whipped. I think so. I think you have more little boys, but I don't know. Okay, so let me give y'all a little scenario, a little story that shocked the hell out of me and just made me sit down for like a week or two. So I picked up this book, and basically the book was something like A Slut in London or something like that. And I picked the book up because the girl is Muslim, right? And in the book, this young lady tells her sexual history. Her sexual history started at 5. And I want you guys to listen very carefully because this is very what I was talking about. The young lady started having sexual feelings at 5. And what she would do, she started with the neighbor. And she would go, and even though she said she knew something, she didn't know fully at 5. But we're going to skip a little bit. We're going to say when she got 8 or 9, she definitely knew better. She knew that she should not be going to her neighbor's house. She knew that she should not be sitting on his lap. She knew at 7, and this is a book. This is not my life. This is not something I'm making up. If I had the book close to me, I would show you the cover. I'll post it. I'll post it on my wall so you guys can see it. But the young lady in the book, she says how she went and basically she was going up with her neighbor. Once she got the feeling, now even though she was sexually stimulated at 5, she didn't get the feeling. I think she started playing with herself or something like that. But then she said when she went and sat on the neighbor's lap, she had a different feeling, and she wanted to feel that all the time. So she started going up there, and slowly but surely, of course, she said years went on, and basically, from the book, she wasn't very, the details are kind of shabby. I'm not sure if he was penetrating her with the fingers or whatever, but however it went, she liked it. And she said from there, she said she wanted to feel it from everything. So she started feeling it with little boys. But her first feeling came from an older man. An older man that her mother and father trusted because she had both parents in the home. They did not know. Her parents did not know that she was letting the little boys feel on her. The young lady started performing oral sex at about 10. Y'all cannot tell me. Y'all cannot tell me. Little people can be manipulative as well, okay? And I just have gotten out of the mindset that little people cannot think for themselves because they can. You have to pay attention to your children. And when you find out how intelligent they are at a very young age, you have to focus that energy somewhere else. It's very, very important, okay? Now, there are a lot of, listen, in my neighborhood, there were girls in my neighborhood, okay? Let me tell you, I grew up in a suburban area, okay? We were middle class, upper class, okay? I was raised in PG County. If anybody know about PG County, you know that's one of the most influential black communities, and where I lived at in East Lanham. So everybody mostly, I think everybody had a mother and father, okay? I don't think anybody was a single parent or anything like that. That stuff was just like, we just weren't about that life. Everybody had a mom and dad in the house, and we weren't sexually active. It was like a group of 6 of us. We weren't sexually active, but there were some that were. And when I say they were active very young. Of course, the parents didn't know. They wouldn't condone it because we didn't live in that neighborhood. Of course, we snuck out. We did things like that. But what I'm telling you is we don't want to admit that. A lot of people with the R. Kelly case, they don't want to admit that that little girl was already fucking. Y'all seen the tapes? That nigga was getting it. I'm grown. Okay, and I still don't get it like that. A nigga scared to jerk her body like that. And she wasn't on drugs or nothing. She was sober. She's a boss. Somebody give her the MVP. You know what? I would love an update on what she's doing with her life. Y'all ever think about that? I be thinking about shit like that. I'm like, well, I wonder what that bitch doing now. I wonder if she's a stripper or something. I'm just saying. I don't know. So, I mean, you have all of these things go on. So let's just talk about real quick some of the older couples. Okay, we discussed Celine Dion and her husband. Didn't he pass away? God bless his soul. He had all that money. Wasn't he like a Sudan or something? Something of that sort? I think so. But that's one. The biggest drama right now for younger women, older men is Kylie and Tigger. Can anybody tell me how old Tigger is? I could have Googled it, but I didn't. Because that's a really big thing right now. And I don't understand why anybody's worried, because once again, you can't make it an issue if the parents aren't making it an issue. That girl somewhere sucking dick getting pissed on. I said the same thing. Okay, so Tigger is 25. Kylie, what, just turned 18? Do you think that's a big age gap? Her mother's okay with it. This is the thing. I think sometimes we can look at a situation and say that's not right. But I think something like that, like Kylie Tigger, her mama knows and her mom's okay with it. So why the hell are we worried about it? Why are we worried about it? Why do we worry about things that don't matter? I don't understand. That's just like my issue in the group was, you have somebody right now. There's a lot of social workers. I don't mean to offend anybody, but you have somebody right now that's being abused with sure signs, and we ignore it. Most of the signs when somebody getting abused is 2 things: either they act out or they don't act at all. They withdraw from society. They withdraw from things that they like to do. They don't draw anymore. They don't go outside and play with their friends. They don't. One, because we don't think that, especially people that have been molested or whatever, they're on another level than their friends now. Even though they don't want to be and it wasn't by choice. They're now on another level than their peers, mentally and physically. More than such mentally, okay? And I just think that we just have to be very careful. There is a very fine, very, 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 very fine line when it comes to sex, when it comes to male and female, okay? I think that it is inappropriate or wrong or even ignorant to not think that this is what's going on, that we have little girls, like I said, that scream rape, knowing damn well they weren't raped. There are so many men in jail right now because a young lady knew she was underage and her parents found out, but to cover her ass, she screamed rape. Do you remember the big thing? Do you remember when everybody wanted to take everybody to court with the statutory rape? They don't do that no more, huh? I think some of the states have not banned it. What's the word I'm looking for? They haven't banned the statutory rape law, but they don't recognize it anymore. Some states, not all states, because they realized that the problem was that a lot of these parents or a lot of these children, they were crying wolf. They were crying wolf. I think that it is, I think parents have to own up to their mess. And I mean your kids, okay? I know my kids. I tell anybody right now, my kids are dangerous, okay? My oldest one, do you think an 18-year-old really knows how to love an older man? Let me tell you something. I don't really know. I am almost 40-something years old, and I don't think I know how to love a man. I don't know how none of this works, okay? I have lived my life dealing with other people's men. I don't even know how to have a regular relationship. I'm being very honest. And I didn't do it purposely, but it just happens that every man that I meet, he is single, but he really ain't single. So I don't really know, okay? But you have to think of it like this. I guess I would answer yes. Whether it's young love, that's the question. Maybe a first love, that's the question. Okay, we want to look at Adele real quick. That motherfucker ain't get over her first love. I don't even know how old she was. Nah, I'm always, you know what? That's why I'm the conservative whore. I'm always going to keep it real because I can't come up here and talk to you guys. I can't come up here and give you guys advice. I can't do any of that if I'm just not honest. I mean, that's just what it is. Like I said, I was thick as a brick when I was young. I mean, it's just what it is. You know, I don't know. I've never been in love. If you see me on my profile, I got a thing up there that saying, don't ask me shit. I promote breakups, honey. I don't really know. I want to say stay faithful, but I want to tell you shit. Do you? Just be honest. I think that's being faithful. You know what I'm saying? If you're with somebody and y'all together, you got feelings for somebody else. I did the show about 2 weeks ago. Yeah, if you're with somebody and you got a Jones for somebody else, the only thing you can do is be honest. I mean, like, what's really gonna happen? I pose this question all the time. Bitches be like, oh, I'm gonna leave my man. If he ever cheat on me, he cheating on your ass right now, girl. You don't even know it. I'm just saying. I mean, let's talk about it. I mean, we keep putting these limitations on ourselves, knowing damn well when we get into situations, we are not gonna do what we say we're gonna do. Okay? I got some mac and cheese right now. That's what I call my boo, mac and cheese. Let me tell y'all something. I ain't never in my life dealt with this bullshit I'm dealing with now, but I deal with it. And I've always said, I ain't gonna deal with that. But it's so interesting. As humans, we are interested in the wrong shit. I mean, that's just what it is. We want to see how far it can go. And if we're intelligent, it's nothing but a challenge of the mind. I mean, that's what it really is. So let me think at 18. At 18, what was I doing? I think at 18, did I have a boyfriend? I did. Oh, yeah, I did have a boyfriend. I was faithful. I'm just saying. I was fucking at 18. I sure was, because I damn sure had a baby when I turned 19, motherfucker. Because we feel like not worthy. You know what? This is the thing. I'm glad you said that. Because I see that a lot of times we post up that we deal with this because we think we're not worthy. I don't really think in every situation is a choice of low self-esteem or not being worthy. Like I said, if you've never experienced it, or how can I say, hell, you don't know the stove is hot till you touch that motherfucker, right? Same difference. You don't know about it until you experience it. I mean, of course, don't be dumb. Don't take yourself through something that's hurting you. You understand what I'm saying? But that's what we do. You know, we go through these things. We meet people that are different than us, and if we like somebody, let me tell you something. When I like somebody, I like them. I don't care if I know them 2 hours, 2 minutes, 3 seconds. By the time it's over with, we are married, and my friend, my bestie, she be like, girl, if you don't get your goddamn life together. And I'm like, look, I want to get my life together. I don't know. I don't know. Listen, y'all, I don't know. I'm not good with dating, okay? If I could reach back in my bag and probably deal with somebody else, I probably would, because dating out here is scary. People lie about their age. Comfort zone, very much so. I am sorry to tell you, I am very comfortable with somebody else's man. Listen, that motherfucker can go home. I have to deal with it. That reminds me about our special guest. Are you guys ready? Okay, hold on. Say hi, everybody. Say hi. This is our special guest. You guys ever watch like the day shows and everything, and they be like, today we're gonna have such and such, he's a wild animal tamer. The kids named him Mantu, which means God of War in Egypt. So you know how those shows, they be like, ooh, we're gonna have Robert West Bubblefuck come with the wild animals. Well, look, this is my wild animal. Look guys. Ooh, look. Hell no. Oh, so you don't like cats? Yes, don't be like that, okay? Don't discriminate against the kitties. Look, see? Say hi, Montu. This is my special friend, y'all. I've never had a kitten this young. I know I'm off topic, but we only have a little bit. So this was a birthday gift to me. My birthday was on Friday. Did you guys get some good gifts for Christmas? I did. I got some really good gifts. But getting back to the subject of sex and dealing with, I don't know. I think it's a very touchy subject. I don't like cats either, but kittens are cute. Y'all make me sick, but y'all know cats was once kittens, right? Thank you. Y'all know cats was once kittens. So why are they not cute? A lot of people say that. Oh, I like them when they're little. They're so cute as kittens. Well, don't they stay cute as cats or no? They said you're not going to be cute when you're a cat. He says, screw that. Yeah, he says, screw that. I'm sneaky. That's probably why I like them. Don't tell nobody. They just look different as cats. Do you think so? They look sneaky when they get bigger. I think they look crazy. I don't know. I'm sneaky. I don't know. Look, he's biting me. I should have left him sleep. See? Y'all want a close up? See? There he goes. That's my wild animal, y'all. He's straight from Brooklyn. I would say Australia, but he's from Brooklyn, okay? He's a wild animal, y'all. Say hi. Say hi. I think when I first got him, he thought some milk was gonna come out of my breast. I was like, hell no, you better drink this stopper. I don't got no milk for your ass. But getting back to the show, let me put my wild animal away, okay? Hold on. Now he's going to start crying. Okay, so getting back to the show. Real quick, I have some shouts out. Now, the new year is coming, y'all. If you guys have apartments, if you guys have houses, I have a pretty dope site for you to go to. HomeChickHomesLiving.com. If you have a budget, a big enough budget, she will travel, okay? You talking about you want your house fly as shit. You have your office you want to put together. Check this place out. She has really cool pillows, personalized pillows. I mean, beautiful stuff. I will be periscoping when she comes to do my home, so you guys can see what you should be getting. I mean, if you're going to look fly, your house might as well look fly too, right? Everything should match all the way around the border. There's no reason for you to be fly as hell and somebody come to your house and that shit look like, this where you live at? Home, chick, homes, living.com. I'm talking about really fly. She has candle sets. You have pillow sets. I mean, all sorts of things. Listen, when I do my shit, don't y'all be on me, okay? Don't be like, no Allah, no Allah. I done gave y'all the website. Also, if, there it goes. She's in the building. There it is. There she goes. You see it, you guys? Did you guys catch it? You guys need to go and check her out. I'm telling you, really affordable. Like I said, if you really just want to be bomb, my thing this year is to attract millionaires because I want to be a millionaire. So that means my house has to be millionaire status. And that young lady is going to help me achieve that, okay? Just plain and simple. You got to live that lifestyle. That's what I was talking about earlier. These young ladies, I think a lot of these women, older women, are mad at these younger ladies because of their swag, okay? They get their shit popping, okay? These girls, you go into their house, they got chinchilla and shit on the floor. They're just living it up because that's what they're doing mentally. Now, real quick, if you are an artist, whether you're an author, whatever it is that you're doing, and if you need a PR, you can check out the Sarcastic PR, okay? You can email her, tiahart at gmail.com, okay? She's doing wonders for me. That's why y'all see me everywhere. Shout out to my PR, Tia. Also, there are a lot of good books out. For 2016, on my website, you will be able to go to my book list, because what's going to happen is, for my followers, my avid, committed followers, we are going to have a book club. Yay! And soon we'll be doing book tours, and I'll be doing book tours with those people that I put on my book list. I am all about helping. If you have a business or anything like that, now is the time to get at me, because just like inflation, the prices are going to go up. I do a lot of free advertising for people, and I do a lot of free things only because, you know what? I'm going to be very, very successful. And sometimes everything doesn't have a dollar amount when you're that successful. I mean, come on. I'm a millionaire, right? So if you are like eating out of a box, why would I charge you? Love is love. Support your black businesses as well. 2016 is coming. Before we get out of here, this is what I want to ask you. 2016 is coming. What are you going to do? We have a situation. There is a call of action. We are in what's called the race wars. I'm going to get real deep with y'all real quick. We're in what's called the race wars. If you don't know that history repeats itself, then you don't know that we are in the civil rights movement, part 2. Yes, we are. There are a lot of black men getting killed. Our communities are affected. I mean no harm if my Caucasian friends are following. I mean no harm if my Asian friends are following. I mean no harm if my Latino friends are following. But my skin color, we're in trouble, okay? I have sons and I have kings, and we're in trouble. Every day we're seeing reports. It does not matter that these cases are a year old, 2 months old, 2 days old. The media, of course, is driving this race war, okay? The media. That's why it's important that you support your media outlets, especially black media outlets, because they're going to give you the truth, and because they're not going to only give you the negative. If you wake up in the morning, okay, and you're happy and you turn on the news, and by the time that you turn off the news and you're upset, then maybe you don't need to watch the news in the morning. I used to have a guy, I might get a little emotional, rest in peace Paulie, but he told me one day, he said, you know what, Faye, I used to wake up happy. He said, but by the time I got to work, he said, I used to be so angry. He said, and I did not know why. He said, did not realize, he said, because I watch the news every morning, and it's depressing. There's somebody getting shot. There's a kid getting hurt. There's a mom getting strangled. There's a woman being abused. He said, and I just didn't, he said, and it just overwhelms me. He said, but I realized I don't need to watch the news in the morning. Wow, right? You never know where your sadness or your depression comes from. You got to look at everything. Y'all should start meditating as well for the new year. But black communities are in trouble. And in 2016, what I've decided to do is to start a movement, my own movement that will coincide with other movements. My movement is called Motivated BUM. BUM stands for Black Underestimated Man. Real quick, I am the acronym queen, okay? I will give you an acronym for every word. Motivated BUM, Black Underestimated Man. You can go on to theconservative4.com to get more information. You can go on to my Instagram, theconservative4, to find out more. And you also can go to teespring.com/motivatedbum. You can purchase apparel there. That apparel, those proceeds will go to the building of a new type of institution. I can't give you too much information. I'll just tell you that. I will tell you that if you want to invest in something, this is a small price that you will have to invest to know that your money is going towards something good. It will not go in my pockets. It will not go in my kids' pockets. It will go towards a new future, a new beginning, because like I said, there's a call to action coming, y'all. We are in the civil rights movement part 2. What are you going to do? The elections are coming up. What are you basing your votes on? We have a lot of issues, as far as Black Lives Matter. Now I'm starting to say Black lives don't matter, because they don't. Anytime you have so many cases where you can clearly see the difference. There was a white woman she was not harmed, but she pointed a gun at the police, and she's still alive. Tamir Rice is not alive. And he didn't even point at the cops. He was just playing with a toy gun. So we have a lot of work to do. We are worried about the wrong things. I think that the only thing that you should go into 2016 worried about is you and your family and your community, okay? Social media is good for everything, okay? Do not let people fool you and tell you that social media is bad. You do not have to make it bad. I use social media to connect with people like you, okay? I use social media to voice very strongly my opinions. I use social media to network, to find out what is going on in parts of the world that I am never going to go, okay? Because I don't give a damn what y'all say. I'm not going to Indonesia. I'm not going to none of them places, Thailand. I ain't going nowhere where them bugs is bigger than my hand. I'm not doing it. So, for me, I love the internet, okay? I don't have a TV. I rely on the internet. The TV worries my goddamn nerves, okay? I don't watch all of that fuckery. You guys have to clean your minds mentally in 2016, because I'm telling you, they're going to throw so much stuff at us. They're going to throw so much stuff at our youth. It is going to be overwhelming. And once again, if we are not parents, and let me tell you, you don't have to have a kid physically to be a parent, to be a voice of reasoning to a child. You do not have to be a parent to listen to a child, okay? And when I say child, I'm saying they're children up until they're 21. If you have children, I am just coming to find out that I cannot refund these motherfuckers, okay? My son is going to be 19 and in college, and my motherhood has probably just begun. Girl, I thought I was done, okay? I was like, oh, Lord, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Lord. He 18, he out the house. This nigga is stressing me out, okay? I'm doing more work with him out the house than I was when he was in the house. I'm just saying. If you have children, you have baby fathers, try to work it out. Not work it out with them then when y'all got to be sleeping together, but work it out for your children, because our kids need their fathers. Our kids need their men, regardless. I am so sorry, okay? I know a lot of y'all don't want to hear that, but it's the truth. We cannot keep thinking that we can raise these babies without men. It cannot happen. When you get off of my Periscope, make that your status. Stop raising these babies without men. If your baby father is not around, I'm sure you got a mother, brother, uncle, cousin, somebody, get that baby around a man, okay? Do you see what's going on? I was very disturbed when I went on the computer today and I seen a man, okay? I'm going to say this real quick. I love my LGBT community, but let me tell you something. I'm going to stop unfollowing your ass if you are a man with a full beard and 18-inch bundles in your goddamn head. I'm not fitting to do that in 2016. I'm not fitting to do that. I'm not fitting to do that. I'm not fitting to do y'all eyebrows the way they be looking. Stop using that goddamn liquid liner, okay? That shit is getting ridiculous. Stop it. It's bothering my nerves. You know what I'm not gonna finna do in 2016 either? I ain't gonna be doing y'all niggas with them half eyelashes. They falling off and all that mess, and you walking around talking about, I'm going to get them done. You better soak them shits off or do something. I'm not fit. I'm getting tired of seeing that shit. Okay, I'm done. I'm done. I'm sick of it. I'm done. And you know what else I'm not gonna have before I end my show? Let me tell y'all what else I'm not gonna have. I'm not gonna have y'all wearing ponytails. You ain't got no goddamn edges. I'm done. Thank y'all for tuning in. Happy New Year. This is the last show of 2015. OMG. Thank you guys for being committed to me. I am going to be committed to you, and there is a lot of good things coming in 2016. I'm pretty sure I'm going to do a surprise scope, so make sure you follow. No, I'm about to leave. Don't piss on yourself. It ain't, listen. I'm not fitting to do that either. Okay, if you're pissing on yourself in 2016, you better get your ass in the pants. Get your ass to the bathroom. I love you guys, and be watching because I'll do a surprise scope. Follow me and make sure that you join my fan club. I don't know what I'm gonna call y'all because I don't know if y'all want to be called whores yet. I don't know if you're comfortable, but remember, whore means working hard on riches and egos. I hope you guys stay blessed, be blessed, and be a blessing. Okay, look for me on Facebook. I'm Noella Faye on Facebook. Noella Faye. If you can remember, Noella Faye on Facebook. But I'm the conservative whore everywhere else in America, okay? Tell people about me. Tell them I'm coming, okay? I might be the next Oprah, and you are witnessing greatness, okay? Thank you for tuning in. Like I said, be a blessing. I know I will talk to you guys and see you guys in the new year. Get prayed up, y'all. Get prayed up. I love y'all. Thanks for tuning in. Let me tell y'all, I never can disconnect from y'all every time. I just can't. It just, every time. So I just finished my broadcast for the Conservative Whore. This was our last episode in 2016, and I hope you enjoyed yourself. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see you soon. Happy New Year.